Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with. Have you dropped the reactions? Or is it just depending on your mood, your fitness or reactions or. Okay, all right. So I am curious on something. And I want to get Michael's opinion on it because to me it looks funny. And that is seeing Jaylon Smith and, with the 9, even Micah Parsons with 11.
No, but Micah Parsons, that's what he wore in college.
I understand. Well, that's what Jaylon Smith wore in college too.
Well, he wore number 9.
He wore number 9.
Well, college they don't care.
Well, they don't.
I see defensive players in college wear number 1.
Let's see.
That's like a kicker's number.
I don't do college football that much, so I don't pay that much attention.
That's why I don't care
but
college.
Well, okay. See, look, he keeps fucking with me. You know that, right? He keeps fucking. Anyway, it looks funny to me seeing linebackers with single-digit numbers. It just does, and that's because I guess I'm old school or I'm just old. But it just doesn't seem right. And the fact that wait a minute, that $500,000. Basically, he spent $500,000 so we could do it this year because he didn't want to wait. What do you think about that? You know what I could do with $500,000? For $500,000, I could buy an RV. I could make a shitload of Joe Boo racks. I could literally do Joe Boo meetups around the country. I could go down to see Dr. Phillip in Florida down there. I could go to Dallas, of course, at the stadium. We could tailgate, just give away free chicken wings and everything else and racks and Joe Barty's and stuff. I could go out to Arizona. I could see Joseph Heatherly, and Maya and stuff there in Tucson. And, of course, go to Tombstone, and see Wyatt Earp and all that. I could go out to Cali. We could just do a road trip. We could come back. We could fix the red brick house. We could actually go through and build a couple of affordable houses and still have money left over to go to every game next season. Wow. I guess I shouldn't hate the player for having it. But to me, it just seems kind of funny. The bigger thing is I'm wondering how you guys feel, especially Tony Romo fans. Tony Romo fans, do you feel like this is disrespect? Seeing Jaylon Smith wearing Tony Romo's number? What do you think, Mike?
They shouldn't even be allowed to take the number to begin with.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear here. You know what this is all about. It's about a money grab.
You should have kept the number you had.
No, think about the NFL. Okay, so the NFL have printed up, $500,000 worth of jerseys of Jaylon Smith, right? So he's got to buy all those up. And more than likely, they'll go, well, either they'll still sell them, because then people say, oh, I want his old number, right? Or they'll ship them overseas to, a third world country, and you'll see them over there. But now they're going to be selling then the new jersey numbers, right? So that's more money that the NFL is going to get. In fact, the NFL, they're not taking a loss. They're making more money off of it. But I'm curious if Tony Romo fans are losing their minds because they're saying it's disrespectful. How dare Jaylon Smith get Tony Romo's number? But from where I come from, him having 54, to me, that just didn't seem right. When you think about Randy White, one of the top 10 Dallas Cowboys of all time, that one kind of bothered me more than him having Romo's number. So I guess in some regard, I'd rather see him with Romo's number than Randy White.
You know why he had 54?
Why do you have 54?
Because his brother, when he played on Dallas Cowboys, was 45. So he got 54 because of his brother. That's why I got.
So he reversed it?
Yeah, because they were on the same team.
See, that should have been one of those ones, instead of I'm going to get a reverse number from my brother, that it should have been because I really want to follow the footsteps of a Hall of Famer. To me, I would have understood if he said, I look at Randy White and, I understand the greatness and things of him, and I want to be like him, a Hall of Famer, and I'm going to bust my ass to become that way. Then I could say, okay, I understand that. The ones that bother me, though, is when they give numbers to guys and like they're anointing them. You know, they took Randy Gregory and they said, oh, we're giving you 94 because, you know, Charles Haley and DeMarcus Ware, right? You know, and I'm not saying that he can't get there, but thus far, you got to look at that and say, you know, I remember DeMarcus Ware and Randy Gregory. DeMarcus Ware and...
What they want to do?
What?
They want Zeke Elliott to wear 22.
Yeah, and I'm glad he didn't.
Well, he defied. He's like,
because I'll tell you what, because you never saw
he's like,
the greats.
That's a number they need to retire, though.
I mean,
22.
30. Huh?
22.
You never saw him go.
Or 33.
You never saw either of them do this. This is y'all's generation.
Ain't my generation.
Y'all's soft generation. Where you expect to have everything your way. Me. I want my number 9 because I had that in college. Screw you. You're not having those. Linebackers are in the 50s and 60s, okay? That's the way it is. Stop changing shit for these youngins. Tired of it. Now I'm going to be looking out here like, why they got a quarterback out there as a linebacker? Shit's crazy. All right, so we got some work to do. That's David Wiley's. Is that David Wiley's?
One of them is.
One's David Wiley's, and who's the other one? And then I gotta get that.
The other one's in order.
Well, and I'm doing a sample Joe Barty holder rack, so I gotta get that together and stuff. You know, the work never ends here at Joe Boo's Sports Report. We go check on the cicadas, see how they are. All right, y'all. We're just sitting around waiting for reports on OTA practices because, let's face it, it's the closest thing we got to a game for a few months. But I can't wait to see my quarterback, Dak Prescott, and the gang doing football stuff. Catch you later. Peace. Do you hear him? Each day it gets a little louder. Yeah.